Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound and welcome to another Dupe Detective. Today I'm looking at my light blue holographic nail polishes. It was when I did my recent Guess the Polish challenge that I realised that I must have at least 3 pale blue holographic blues, and the first one is Remembering Blue by Cupcake Polish. And this does have a beautiful holographic shift in the bottle, and you can see it particularly there when it's at an angle. And this is the first coat of Remembering Blue. It does have a good formula, but it takes 3 coats to become opaque. All of the very pale blues that I have are 3 coats. Then we have Nikki is Good by Pretty Perfect Polish, and this is the one that my other half chose for the Guess the Polish challenge, which I failed to remember that I even had, hence the reason for this particular video now. It is another very pale blue holographic, slightly greener than Remembering Blue, ever so slightly, but they are very, very similar. Here we have the first coat of Nikki is Good, and you can see again it has a good formula, goes on nice and easily, and it did take 3 coats for this to become opaque. Next we have a slightly darker and more purple holographic blue. This one is called Crystal Baller and it's by Colour Club. It's actually a little less purple than it appears in this particular video. It has a fantastic formula, goes on in 1 or 2 coats depending on application, and this also makes a really good stamping polish. And here's the first coat. You can see that this one is pretty much a 1-coater. Next we have Hypothermia by Super Chic Lacquer. I don't have many of their polishes. I really love the look of this one in the bottle. It looks gorgeous, and it's a slightly more chunky holographic than Crystal Baller. Again, this one could be a 1-coater depending on your application. I ended up using 2. Similar in colour, but with a different type of holographic finish. We have Tonight by China Glaze. This is part of the OMG collection, and this polish has a slightly more tricky formula. It's appeared in a few of my videos recently, so you might know already that this one can be a little difficult to apply. You have to apply it with just the right amount on the brush, not too much, not too little, and work quickly, otherwise it can sometimes drag. But it has got this beautiful flat holographic finish. I really love it, and once you get used to applying it, it's actually not too difficult. And next we have Dancing with Nureyev by A England, and if I'm being honest, this is another polish that I'd forgotten about. I actually just went through all of my holographic polishes to see if there were any other in the paler blue category. I have quite a few that are darker blue, but this one just snuck into the pale blue category. It's also a little bit more grey than the other polishes. And here we have the first coat. As with all the A England polishes that I own, the formula on this one is absolutely brilliant. 1 to 2 coats again, depending on application. So as I was filming this next bit, I had a little nagging doubt in the back of my mind. I thought there was one other pale blue holographic, and then I went and had a search for it, and in one of the other drawers I found this one. And I don't know if you can see it, but around the top of the bottle there, hidden in amongst the holographic, is the name of this polish. It's number 6, Mermaid Spell. And this is one of the first holographic polishes that I ever bought. In the bottle, it doesn't look like much at all. It's by Layla Cosmetics. And this is the first coat of Mermaid Spell, and it does go on quite nice and easily. It is again quite a sheer polish, and it does take 3 coats to build this up to become opaque. So here they all are in close-up. We have 3 coats of Mermaid Spell by Layla Cosmetics, 3 coats of Remembering Blue by Cupcake Polish, 3 coats of Nikki is Good by Pretty Perfect Polish, 2 coats of Crystal Baller by Colour Club, 2 coats of Hypothermia by Super Chic Lacquer, 2 coats of Tonight by China Glaze, and 2 coats of Dancing with Nureyev by A England. So I think that the first 3 are fairly close dupes, not exact but pretty close. I really like the finish on the Layla Cosmetics, and it was the first one that I ever bought, so I'm a little bit drawn to that one compared to the other 2. It does have the strongest holographic finish, and seeing as they're all 3 coats, there was nothing to choose from there either. The next 3 were also surprisingly close to each other in appearance. Of these 3, I really love the Colour Club, particularly because it can be used for stamping and because the holographic is so strong, but I also like the China Glaze because it has that slightly different, more flat holographic appearance. So here are the first 3 that were very similar. I do love my blues and I do love my holographic polishes, so this is going to be hard. I actually decided, because it had the strongest holo, I'm going to keep the Layla Cosmetics polish, and I'm actually going to destash the other 2. Please excuse the state of the Colour Club lid. I think I must have got acetone on it at some point and the silver holographic foil is coming off. These are the next three that were very similar. So I love the Colour Club. It is beautiful, has a very strong holographic. I love the China Glaze finish as well. I can't justify keeping all 3 of these, so I am going to let the Super Chic Lacquer go. So these are the 4 polishes that I'm going to be keeping, and I'm going to be destashing these 3. Bet you didn't expect I was going to do that, did you? I'm not very good at destashing normally, but somehow I think maybe I've been inspired by Claire Gray's destashing recently, but I know I'm not going to get through this much pale blue holographic nail polish, so I'd rather that these went to somebody else. On my nails in this video is this stunning pink holographic glitter by Sparkly Nail Polish, and the label's fallen off and I can't remember what it's called. Unfortunately, Sparkly Nail Polish aren't making polish anymore either. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Did you think I was going to destash that many polishes? It was a little bit of a surprise to me as well, but I'm glad I'm getting a little bit more ruthless with my destashing. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.